I didn't have any intention of drinking. I didn't realize there was alcohol in the house. I woke up in the middle of the night. I drank something. You couldn't undrink it.
You realize there was alcohol. Everything that you're saying is making excuses. And frankly, that's what alcoholics do, particularly when they're caught. You just keep making excuses. Case, People versus Kenneth Bunt.
Morning, Your Honor. Good afternoon, now, Your Honor. Spoke to the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ashley Hannibal requesting permission to practice pursuant to Michigan Court Rule 8.120 under the supervision of Stephanie Cannon.
Permission to practice is granted.
All right. On behalf of Mr. Bunch.
A positive alcohol test. And then a series where he did not retest.
Sorry, Your Honor, Stephanie Cannon on behalf of Mr. Bunch. Your Honor, I was unaware of those allegations. My client, of course.
July 20th, 2026 at 6 a.m., Mr. Bunch submitted a positive test with a blood alcohol content of 0.035. On that same date, at 6:23 a.m., he submitted another positive test, 0.034. And 6:47 a.m., blood alcohol content of 0.032. And at 7:14, that same day, blood alcohol content of 0.024. On that same day, as pursuant to what the program that he's in the testing, he was to submit to scheduled retest. He failed to do so on that same date at 7:29, 7:59, and 8:29. Did not retest.
Have you been testing since then?
Yeah, it didn't tell me to retest.
Thank you, Your Honor. My client is aware of the allegations against him. Are we arraigning him on this, Your Honor, at the moment, or just letting me know what's happening?
Well, he happened to show up before there was a warrant that was signed.
Okay.
So it was going to be a no bond warrant. But
thank you, Your Honor. I've spoken to my client regarding he's heard that he's been talking to me. It's my understanding that since then he has not been testing positive. He is going to AA. He has a sponsor. He's not going to tell the court that he has not or had not struggled with his sobriety up until then. But as a result, he has taken every step he can possibly take to remain sober. He has his AA paperwork with him today.
He admitting to these or not?
The 721.
Because here's what he told Community Corrections. They contacted him on that same day. He denied consuming alcohol.
Your Honor.
And then stated it must have been his mouthwash.
Your Honor, my
I haven't heard that one in a minute.
Yeah.
Because that takes a pretty powerful mouthwash to last that long.
In talking to my client, that is not what he told me when he talked to me about it. He was very truthful.
Okay.
And forthcoming. And he's not going to tell the court anything different than what he told me regarding that particular incident, that situation. As a direct result of that, though, he did take every step possible that he could take to make a sobriety. He started going to AA. He started working with a counselor. He's been doing everything he could as it relates to that, Your Honor. So are you going to admit to that drinking incident? You need to be truthful that you drink.
I believe I did, actually.
Yes, Your Honor. He is admitting that. He's admitting
that what?
That he had a mixed drink on that day.
Why didn't you just tell Community Corrections that?
Your Honor, I believe my client wanted the opportunity to just go and take care of it. He started doing everything he could. Like I told you, he has proof of AA. He has proof of him taking care of his sobriety. I think in that moment, he just he didn't want to have to go back to jail. He wanted to put steps in place so that he perhaps didn't have to go to jail as a result of that violation.
I didn't have any intention of drinking. I didn't realize there was alcohol in the house. I woke up in the middle of the night. I drank something. You couldn't undrink it.
You realize there was alcohol where?
In my house. Anyway.
Your Honor, he just When he spoke to me about it, he said he made a very bad mistake. He understood his mistake. He's been trying to fix that day. So he is going to admit that he did have a drink that day.
What's he been doing since the 20th to try to resolve it?
Yes, his AA paperwork. Yeah,
Wasn't he at
Tim,
that before?
were you attending AA before?
Yes.
He has his AA paperwork.
So what's he done different given this event?
Oh yeah. He's been working with his sobriety coach intently, Your Honor. He tells me that since that incident, he has not had anything to drink. Coach intently, Your Honor. He tells me that since that incident, he has not had anything to drink. It indicated that it really was almost reflex because he has been drinking for that long. He admits that it was almost like just a reflex, and once it happened, he knew he couldn't fix it, so he called his sponsor. He's been working as best he can to maintain his sobriety since that incident.
Mr. Cook.
People are going to be asking for remand with potential consideration of release to treatment down the line. But I have some suggestions for this defendant, and that it seems to me he has an alcohol problem, and that problem is winning. Now, and I don't think that if he's released, he can on his own get the treatment needed to help him work on this. My concerns arise both from the history of this defendant, the underlying facts or allegations of this case, as well as some statements that have been made, specifically as it relates to the defendant's prior history. He has a prior operating while intoxicated second, as well as allowing an intoxicated individual to drive. In this case, the report indicates he was a .377 when he punched an officer in the face. And then I also have concerns because looking at the notes from arraignment, it indicates our office had initially requested a scram tether. The defendant at that time indicated that wouldn't work for him because he worked with, I think, was cleaning alcohol for cleaning. So a scram would be appropriate. We then get the report that tests positive for alcohol. He says it was mouthwash. Now we're hearing today that he thinks it was something he didn't know had alcohol in it. That sounds to me like excuses to allow him to drink. And I think that I don't think he wants to be drinking, but I don't think he can be trusted on his own not to drink. So I believe remand is necessary for his own betterment in this case, as well as for public safety and compliance.
This is about the best we're able to do at this point. Let's get you treatment.
Get my last bench.
Your Honor, if the court is inclined to remand him today, I would ask that he be allowed to be released to treatment as well. My client is not arguing that he is not struggling. He wasn't drinking at the time of this. I'm sorry, he wasn't driving at the time of his recent incident. The one that brings him before the court to let the court know that he was at a restaurant trying to get something to eat, and the police were called. But he is struggling. He's not denying it. He's not going to deny it to you. He's not going to deny it to anyone. It's just it's an addiction that is socially acceptable at times, and he is struggling, Your Honor.
Turn this to the 20th. I will potentially allow release to inpatient treatment if you
I'll get you in
met
order,
the
Your Honor.
order. That would have to be with the guest tether. So I'm adjourning it to the 20th. I'll sign that order. And at this point, I don't think you know what you really want to say, because Mr. Cook is right. Everything that you're saying is making excuses. And frankly, that's what alcoholics do, particularly when they're caught. You just keep making excuses. So you have to make a determination as to really whether or not you want to deal with this or not. But you'll have time to think about it. Defendant's bond is revoked. Andrew.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm going to get this back.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Welcome, sir. Is it?